This video I'm going to go over the tools I used to bleed my brakes on my '01 Camry. I also removed the rear caliper brackets and rotor to inspect the parking brake. So starting on the left here, we got the tools to remove the wheels and hubcaps. Also a 19mm deep for a thread chaser from Lang. I cleaned up one of the lug nuts. Here we have the assortment of breaker bars and ratchets I used to pull off the rear caliper brackets. I did have to get out the Zeal breaker bar and socket. The icon was too large for it to fit in there. Various extensions used, nut grippers to put them back. I only have the 1/4 inch in the shallow, and one of them had a brake line in the way, so you couldn't use the extension. This is the 3/8 double socket I used to torque it down. I did just grab the Tecton stubby. It seemed to be the right size. I don't quite have a Koken 3/8 ratchet that's exactly that length, and it worked good enough. Hercules impact stubby. Harbor Freight rubber mallet to put the hubcap back on. Mighty Vac vacuum. Some Harbor Freight Hardy gloves. This is a goat leather. I like those a lot. And I do enjoy using the cart as it's intended to be used as per job, loading up the tools, leaving on the frequency used tools. I think I'm still going to keep moving all the Koken back to the Koken drawer just to keep it, make sure that they're all secure. But I'm definitely enjoying this methodology of basically using the tool cart as intended, literally wheeling it over to where you're doing the job. It creates a space to put all your tools you're using. You can wipe them down and put them away when you're done. It doesn't require you to kind of create some shelf space for that. And it's mobile, and the jack stands and even my small jack fit on it pretty good on the bottom. I left a few drawers open. So here's the 2 wrenches I used to bleed the brakes. A 5/16 Craftsman 6-point. Seemed to be a little tighter than the 8mm. I had a 6.8mm gear wrench. It's pretty loose. The snap-on 12 points also pretty loose. But I like the 0 offset of the Craftsman. It's intended to have an offset. By the time the set got down to those tiny wrenches, they just kind of left it off. I thought it was a 10mm, so I was going to use my Asahi wrench, but I'd noticed one of the nuts was loose on a bracket to hold the power steering fluid line, so I went ahead and tightened it. My last time I used a mechanic, they must have done that. So I'm glad I was checking on it, but it wasn't a major issue whatsoever. I found I just used one of the caliper hangers. So here underneath is got some jack stands and some blocks. I also used some pieces of wood to keep the asphalt in the driveway from getting tore up from the jack. So here's the kind of pictures. Looking inside the parking brake, yeah, that's definitely pretty worn down there. So didn't get the gauges out, but I could kind of just eyeball it and see that it needs to be replaced. So I plan to do that, although it's just a parking brake, so it's working great right now. I might put this repair off for quite some time. Looking inside, I didn't actually look at it until now, and the bottom looks pretty good.